Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the new chapter of a science subject, that is heat. So you have little bit idea about heat. You have studied in your earlier classes. So let's see what is heat. So before we are going to heat, here are some pictures. Those pictures are look that frying pan. In pan something is frying. Then this is the cup of tea. Inside cup of tea, that spoon is dipped, and here are some ice creams. Whenever you are touching this spoon which is dipped in cup of hot tea, or when you are touching the ice cream, or when you are touching the handle of the frying pan, the frying pan, by chance if you by chance touch the frying pan, then you will feel hot. When you are feeling touching the handle, that time you are not feeling hot. That is normal. Then when you are touching the spoon handle, then that is feeling hot, little bit warm. And when you are when some warm tea or hot tea is falling on you, then you are feeling very hot. Then when you are touching the ice cream, how you are feeling? You are feeling cold. So these are the different sensation we are feeling by our skin, and that sensation is known as heat. So heat is one type of energy by which we'll feel either cool or warm. The coldness or hotness is heat. So let's see. So this is a why do we wear loose cotton clothes in summer and woolen clothes in winter? Have you ever think why we do these things? In summer we feel very hot. That's why we need loose cotton clothes so that the air can go inside and keep us little bit cool, keep us cool. And in winter we feel cold, the atmosphere is cold, that's why we need warm thing. So woolen clothes, what do woolen clothes do? Woolen clothes do not allow body heat to go outside, so that we feel warm in the woolen clothes in winter. That's why you wear loose cotton clothes in summer and woolen clothes in winter. So this is about, you have to write the answer of this. Why do we wear loose cotton clothes in summer and woolen clothes in winter in your classwork? Next we'll go. In our day-to-day life, we are seeing, touching and feeling so many objects. Some of them are hot, some of them are cold, and you have to list out the objects. Already given objects are given in this um, table, and you have to mark these objects, whether these objects are cold or hot. So I have marked for ice cream. Ice cream is cold, so I have marked cold. So for spoon in a teacup, fruit juice, handle of a frying pan, water in winter morning, stone kept outside in summer, you have to tell, or you have to tick it whether it is cold or cool or warm or hot. Let's see activity 4.1. So look at here. There is three containers are kept, or three mugs are kept. So in three mugs, one is A, B and C. In A, cold water is kept. In B, hot water is kept. And in C, mix of hot and cold water is kept. So look at here. So this is A, B and C. So in A, left hand is dipped, in B right hand is dipped. So when you dip left hand in cold water, what you feel? You feel cold. When you dip right hand in B, mug B, what you feel? You feel hot because that is hot water. But when you dip your both hands on mug C, that is the mixture of hot and cold water, what do you feel? Do both hands get the same feeling in mug C? That is no, because the left hand which was dipped in cold water, when it is dipped in hot water, what we feel? We feel, sorry, again I am telling, the left hand which was dipped in cold water, when dipped, that is when dipped in the water which is kept in C, the mix of hot and cold water, we feel what? Hot or warm. Not so much hot, we feel warm. Next, when the right hand which is dipped in hot water, when dipped in the water which is kept in C, that is mixture of hot and cold water, then we feel what? We feel cool, little bit cool. So in left hand, here I am feeling cold, but the same thing here I am feeling warm. But for right hand, here I am feeling hot, but here I am feeling cool. So here the feeling is different. We are not feeling the same feeling. So from skin we are feeling the temperature or the heat. Now it is what? Now it is changing. So this is what? This is deceiving, means we are getting confusion, because on the same skin is same everywhere. So somewhere we are feeling cold, then the same water, the different water we are feeling that warm. So by hand, not always we cannot measure the temperature. So we have to measure the hotness or coldness. By our skin we can measure the hotness and coldness of an object, but we cannot say the accurate hotness or accurate coldness of an object. So the a measurement is there to measure the hotness or coldness of an object, that is called, that measurement is known as temperature. So temperature, so here what you are getting? We are getting the activity. Activity, what we are getting? The temperature is changing. We are feeling different temperature in the same in different in different water, or different we are feeling different temperature in different mugs of water. So you have to write here, do the answer of, do both hands get the same feeling in mug C? So what you will do? You will write this activity. You have to explain this activity and draw this activity. Then you have to write out the answer. Okay. So temperature, a reliable measure of hotness on object is its temperature. So here new term you got, that is reliable. Reliable means what? You are depending, that you are believing that is true. That term means reliable. So where you are believing, that is true. So when hotness of object is measured, that is known as temperature. So the measurement is temperature. Next is what? Temperature is measured by a device called thermometer. So see here, thermometer. You have to remember these terms, new terms, thermometer. So this is the thermometer. Thermometer is used for measuring temperature, but this is one specific thermometer called clinical thermometer. So that measures our body temperature. So clinical thermometer is used for measuring only body temperature. Here, what is this clinical thermometer? It is made of one cylindrical gas tube. This is the cylindrical glass tube. Look at here, and it has here a straight line is there, and where temperature is written, and here one bulb is present at the tip. In this bulb is filled with mercury, and above this one line is here. This one line. This is the mercury line. This line will go up when you measure the temperature. Our normal body temperature is 37 degree. Okay, so here two scales are there to measure temperature. One is centigrade scale, that is degree centigrade. Other is Fahrenheit centigrade, Fahrenheit scale, which is degree Fahrenheit. In this centigrade scale, the common measurement in India is degree centigrade, and Fahrenheit is old one which was used earlier. So see here, so how do we measure temperature? When this line, this thread of line of thread of what mercury thread line will go up, and after that we can measure the temperature. For example, it will come to this portion, this here written 8. After 35, this one is 36, then 37, then 38, 39, 40, 41. But look here, between 37 to 38, how many divisions are there? If you will count clearly, there are 10 division. So in first division, if the mercury line is coming to the first division after 37, then what you will do? The one division is what? 1/10 of degree Celsius. 1/10 of degree Celsius. This 1/10 of degree Celsius means 10.1 degree centigrade or Celsius. So if the mercury thread line will come after come to the first division after 37. This is the first division after 37. Then the temperature will be 37.1 degree centigrade. If the mercury thread line is coming two division after 37 degree centigrade, then the temperature will be 37.2 degree centigrade. It is like this you can measure the temperature. Or this is in some thermometer, in other thermometers or in different thermometers, different divisions are given. Here 10 divisions are given between the centigrade or Celsius scale. But in some places 5 divisions are given. If 5 divisions are given, then the one division equal to one small division can read 1 by 5 degree centigrade, that is equal to 0.2 degree centigrade. So if after, so like that you can measure. So you have to see, whenever you are measuring the temperature, you have to see the divisions. After seeing the divisions, you can calculate the temperature of the division. After that you can you can find out the temperature of the body. Next you see, a clinical thermometer consists of long, narrow, uniform glass tube. It has bulb at one end. Already we have seen. long narrow glass tube. This is long narrow glass tube and a bulb in the end. Next, what it is given? The bulb contains mercury. Outside a bulb, a small shining thread of mercury can be seen. So already we have seen the small shining thread of mercury. So here this is small shining thread of mercury. If you cannot see the small shining thread of mercury, then you have to rotate the thermometer so that you can see that shining or mercury thread. The scale of thermometer is Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale. So already we have seen that Celsius scale, and this is Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale. Next is a clinical thermometer reads temperature from 35 degrees centigrade to 42 degree centigrade. So here from 35 degrees centigrade to 42 degrees centigrade we are measuring. So starting from 35 degrees centigrade and minimum level temperature and 42 degree centigrade. That is in Fahrenheit we are seeing 94. So Fahrenheit, if we will calculate 94, 95, 96. So here 95, 94 to 108 degree Fahrenheit. Our other scale is that one is 94 to 108 degrees Fahrenheit scale. So normal temperature of human body is how much? 37 degrees centigrade. The normal temperature is the average body temperature of normal of a large number of healthy person. That is what all the persons do not have exactly 37 degrees centigrade. So some slightly below or slightly higher, slightly lower or slightly higher than this normal temperature you can found. So you can found 37.2, 37.3 or 37, 36.9 or 36.8, like that you can find that temperature. So little bit slightly below, slightly higher temperature you can found in the normal human body.